The MDI Gurgaon results are finally out, and if you're selected, then congratulations to you. If you're in the waitlist, then in this video, I'm going to be talking you through what has been the waitlist trends, but moreover, I will be talking to you about MDI Gurgaon as a school, and maybe if we have time, then we'll talk about now what is the next few things which you have to do, because now most B schools, comparable B schools, results are out. If you don't know me yet, I'm Darpan Saxena. I've been the MBA Product Head at Career Launcher. I'm the founder of Creatum, where I help MBA students create fulfilling careers without depending on placements. Now, the point is very simple, that you need to first understand that what MDI is all about, and there are 4 programs in it, so that's why there's more for you to actually understand. Now, overall, this is the final placement overview of all the 4 programs combined. What are the 4 programs? PGD, the PGDM, the normal program, then the PGDM IB, PGDM HRM, and the latest created program called PGDM BAM, which is Business Analytics. So that's that. So this is the overall average CTC of MDI Gurgaon as a institution. With all 4 programs, there are a total of 578 students getting placed at an average of 25.6 lakhs, and you have percentage breakdown of engineers, freshers, and all of those things. The highest CTC is 53.6 LPA. So that's that. Now, moving on to, let's get into program wise. Now, usually if you see the MDI Gurgaon placement report is combined for PGDM and PGDM IB. So for which the average is around 26. It is 26.2 LPA, and you also have the top 10 percentile, top 20, top 25 percentile, top 50 percentile average CTCs over here. Mind you, your top 10, top 25 is not ki kiske top 10% in terms of the CGPA. At times parents and students misunderstand this कि अगर तुम MBA में जाके पढ़ाई अच्छी करोगे और तुम CGPA में टॉप 10 पे रहोगे तो तुम्हारी टॉप 10 परसेंटाइल वाली, ऐसा नहीं होता है. ये बेसिकली टॉप 10 परसेंटाइल है, टॉप 10 परसेंटाइल ऑफ द हाईएस्ट ऑफर्स. तो हाईएस्ट जो सारे ऑफर्स को अगर आपने सीक्वेंशियली अरेंज करा इन टर्म्स ऑफ देयर डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर, तो जो टॉप 10 है, टॉप 25 है, ये वो होता है. मूविंग ऑन फ्रॉम देयर, नाउ लेट मी टॉक टू यू अबाउट द अदर प्रोग्राम्स व्हिच इज PGDM HRM. Now that is very interesting. This actually shows that the PGDM HRM program at MDI Gurgaon is a very strong program, and I'll be speaking a few things about whether you should choose HRM at an MDI or somewhere else. So just hold on for that. I'll be talking to you about all of those things, and it'll be a very candid sort of a conversation. Anyways, 24.14 is the average CTC at PGDM HRM at MDI Gurgaon, and you can see all the offers over there. And now let's get down to the business analytics program. This is the placement start of the first ever batch of this program, which started off in 2023 and graduated in 25. So that's that. The average CTC is very promising. If you see 22.75. At the same time, we need to be very sure whether the placement report which we are talking about is audited or not. So we have to keep all of those things into consideration. But yes, the kind of organizations which have been coming in for the BAN program, which is the business analytics program, has been very good. I read the placement report, and they say that even McKinsey has been recruiting for this analytics program, and McKinsey is a company which has been recruiting very actively for analytics. So even if you know that there is this PGDBA program of IIM Calcutta, with IIM Calcutta, ISI, Kolkata, and IIT Kharagpur, even McKinsey goes there to recruit. But the point is this. Now you know what? I will bring you to that what has been the placement breakup, so that you can get a sense of this thing. Now, the highest number of placements have been happening in consulting. If you look at the placements at PGDM IB, and even HRM, the highest number of placements are in consulting. In PGDM business analytics, consulting is the second highest. So bas ye hai usme antar. Moving back to this, then you have second highest as BFSI, and if you can see over here, it is mentioned telecom. So just a fun fact, Airtel is actually a very big recruiter at MDI. It could be a reason that they are very close to each other in terms of the head office is also there, and MDI is also just a few kilometers away from that. But then you will see a lot of MDI Gurgaon alum at Airtel. So that's that. And finally, from there, moving on to the waitlist number. So I'm not sure if you can see my screen. Yes, you were able to see my screen. Let's move down to the waitlist number. This is the waitlist trend of the last year, which is PGDM at 217, PGDM HRM at 68, PGDM IB at 286, PGDM BAN at 124. Now, this does not really tell you anything, but can broadly give you a safe understanding of how much will it move, how much will it not. I can tell you for a fact that 4-5 years back, this PGDM HRM used to move to as high as 300 and 200. Now, one thing is that, okay, probably they've reduced the number of calls which they give, or generally that the program has significantly improved. And to my mind, I think it is both. It is the effect of both. Generally, the program is significantly improved. Now, what are you supposed to do? There are common confusables. For example, MDI Gurgaon IIM Shillong, MDI IIFT, MDI IIM Indore, or it could also be MDI HRM, or say a lower tier institution like IIM Udaipur. This is one confusion which I've also had when I was an aspirant. Or it could be MDI HRM or MDI BAN with something else. कि यार वो मेन कैंपस का सेकेंडरी प्रोग्राम ले या फिर क्या ले. ऐसे में डिसीजंस कैसे लेते हैं? पहली चीज मैं ऑन द आउटसाइड बता दूं आपको, never can anybody give you global gyan and blanket advices on this. The moment somebody starts giving you blanket advices, run. That's one. So I would hesitate from giving you blanket advices because in my last almost a decade of experience of doing this, I've been with CL for almost 9 years now. What I've learned is that this is a very, very personal choice, and I as an educator need to talk to you, understand you, your motivations, the kind of person you are. I'll give you some examples of this. Now say suppose if you're somebody who is not really fixated on कि यार HRM पसंद नहीं है, HRM क्या करना है and ये है वो है, and neither you have an affinity towards any other program also, neither you have affinity towards consulting, finance, marketing, और मान लो तुम्हें confusion हो रहा है MDI, HRM और IM Rohtak for example, might not make a lot of sense for you, for you to go to an IM Rohtak. So the reason why I'm saying IM Rohtak, I'm not trying to single out one, but with that name I can give you कि उसके इर्द गिर्द के जो 4-5 और इंस्टीट्यूशंस है वहां से तुम अब दिमाग लगा सकते हो कि क्या है, कि अगर HRM के अगेंस्ट कोई बहुत प्रॉब्लम नहीं है और तुम्हें लगता है मैं कर लूंगा HRM and I'll find a way, you can do it. That's one. Secondly, I'll be speaking specifically about MDI programs only अभी, that a lot of confusions will happen with regards to HRM join करना चाहिए या नहीं, because उसमें क्या है कि it's a specialization. I can tell you two things about it. One, yes, it is a specialization and you will have to study HRM, तो वो है. But second thing is that please do not have this assumption that you will get boxed out into HRM after your placement. Sure, your first placement could be in HRM, that's true, or maybe not also. जरूरी नहीं है कि HRM के सारे students HR roles में ही place हो रहे हैं, ऐसा जरूरी बिल्कुल नहीं है. But even if you get placed to an HR role, and this also applies to XLRI HR, you can switch to other areas, and this switching becomes easier if the HRM institution is a better institution. For example, तुम XLRI HRM से कर लो अपना MBA, and you can easily see, you can go on LinkedIn, sufficient number of students or alum of XLRI HRM have been able to transition to consulting, to prodman, to whatnot. Depends on how skilled you are, how you can skill yourself, how you can network and switch and get to the desired roles. तो वो है. The lower tier UB school you go to, हाँ वहाँ पे boxed out हो सकते हो, but ठीक है, MDI is still a very good top tier, I would say easily a top 3 or top 4 HR program in India. So that's that. Broadly, these are the things which I want to speak about. Now there could be another confusion, MDI versus IFT. A lot of things to talk about on that. Okay, what do you want to do probably? For anything marketing, for anything say consulting, it might make more sense for you to get into MDI. IFT might do better, a tad bit better in finance. But again, this cannot be used as a verdict. You have to let me know what do you want to do after your MBA. What are the kind of organizations, if you have some clarity? What is your motivation behind pursuing MBA? Yeah, sometimes the choice of institution is as simple as I want to go to a government institution. That just makes me feel happy. You'll go to IFT, no matter how good MDI Gurgaon is. At times it's that, and that's absolutely okay. One should not shame it, something like that. Oh, you know what? He just wants to get into an IM. Sure, my job as an educator is to give you gyan, is to put you in the right headspace. But again, this is a very personal choice. And if you want to talk to me, you can connect with me on a one-to-one call. You can find it in the link called creatum.co/mentorship. It will also be in the description. And please start your pre-MBA program. You have How to Be School. It's a very complete pre-MBA program. You need that. That is going to give you clarity. You need it more than you need for placement prep right now. I'm not even kidding. You will find yourself lost in your MBA program. तुम अगर अभी कोई placement prep program शुरू कर दोगे ना, you will be lost, because placement prep program requires you to have clarity what is happening inside MBA, what you want to do, what are the first year concepts, how to do well in your academics. None of the programs are talking about that. Please start doing that. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot and goodbye.